Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to show you a trick that dishonest seller nowadays can use in the second-hand laptop market to make a laptop appear more powerful than it actually is. Imagine you find a laptop at a surprisingly cheap price. The seller tells you that this has a Core i9 processor and I am giving it to you for an unbelievable price. Sounds like a great deal, right? But before you hand over your money, you need to ask yourself one important question. Why this laptop is so cheap? Because in some cases, the processor name displayed by Windows Task Manager that usually, most of the people used to check while buying a second-hand laptop can be easily manipulated, and that's exactly what I am going to demonstrate today: how this misleading information can be changed, and more importantly, how you can verify the actual processor before buying a second-hand laptop. So let's see how this trick works. So first you have to press Window and R key together, and then you have to type reg edit like this. Click OK. Give user account control permissions. Click yes. Let me close all this folder first so that I can demonstrate you clean and clear. Now once you are inside this registry editor, go to hkey local machine and hkey underscore local underscore machine. Click on this right side pointing arrow and then look for hardware. You can see here, open this, and under hardware you will have to look for description. Open this as well. Under description you will find a single folder called system. Open this as well, and then you will have to look for central processor. This is the folder which we are looking. Open this one, and then when you are inside central processor, click on 0. Now on the right hand side you will have to find processor name string. Let me expand this further. You can see the processor name string is showing as Apple Silicon. So if you double click here, you can change its name to whatever, like i7 1400H, something like this. Okay, and then you can click OK. Now I'm just minimizing it, and now what you are going to see here, like for example, if I open up the task manager like this, now our task manager is open by pressing Ctrl Shift and Escape key. And here what usually we do, we go under this performance view tab and we look for the CPU, and it shows the CPU name as i7 1400H. If I close it back and go back again to registry editor, if I want to make it look a processor name as something like i9, I can make it as well, i9. You see the registry values have now been changed, and you reopen the task manager again, this time the processor name as i9. This is where this kind of things are manipulated, and people, innocent people, are get scammed. Similarly, they do different kind of things to manipulate different registry values inside the windows and scam the people around. A dishonest seller could potentially modify this text and make window display a more expensive processor name that the one actually installed. But here is the important part: changing this text doesn't change the physical CPU, as you have already understood. So a genuine lower end processor doesn't suddenly become a Core i9 just because Windows displays Core i9. That's why you should never rely on the processor name which is shown in Windows Task Manager or in other Windows application when buying a used laptop. Instead, verify the hardware using a third party application called CPUZ. Let me install it first. Please note that this is not a sponsored video. I'm not promoting any kind of third party application here. This is just for you to demonstrate the thing, like how you can avoid such scams. So for that purpose I am downloading this CPUZ software, and you can click on download, and from here you can find this setup file. Click here, and from here you can download. Once downloaded, you can see my program is downloaded by internet download manager application. But in your case, if you don't have IDM application, you will find your downloaded file from here under, click on these three icons and go to download section. Now once downloaded, you can click on open and then follow the instruction to install this software. I'm closing the browser right now because we don't need it right now. So read all the agreement details carefully, and then if you find it okay, accept the agreement, click on next. It is going to install in C drive folder. This will be the name under which the folder will be saved. Click next and you can create a desktop icon if you would like, and then hit on install. It's a very small program, you can install it right away. Now you are there to buy that second-hand laptop, get the CPU ID software installed by yourself from legitimate website that I have shown you from the official website. Okay, don't believe on their CPU ID which is already installed. Uninstall that program. If there is something like that, install yourself the CPU that software, for example, which I have shown you, or you can install whatever the third-party application you would like to install. So once there, double click, give you the user account controls, privileges, click OK, and from here you will find the CPU processor name, its specification and everything. Since I am using virtual application to run in my Mac to show all these Windows systems, so it is not currently showing all the details, but when you are running in the Windows laptop, it will show everything clearly. Like here, it will not show the motherboard details and other details. Similarly, you can verify all the details from the CPU said software. So remember, a cheap laptop with a supposedly expensive processor may look like an incredible bargain, but always verified what's actually inside before you pay. So avoid such scams and keep yourself safe. So a few minutes of checking can save you from an expensive mistake and later regretting you should do right away before making the deal. Okay. So this is something I thought to share with you all guys, and if you found this video interesting and helpful, please give a like and thumbs up. And if you found my video helpful in your day-to-day technical life, and then please consider subscribing to my channel. That really motivates me to keep creating such contents for you all guys. Thank you so much for being with me so long, and I will wish you a very good and safe laptop buying, and till then, take care and bye bye.